to the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
2 for 66.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. K.D. Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and three.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Here we go. Hey, go down. 76, tell him. 76.
On second down, here's Crowell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. 76.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try the air now with Goff. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Obama. 2. 12. What?
Goff on third down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Yes, sir.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Rolling to his right. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now Goff on third and goal. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41.
White Monday.
Carr gives to Richard. Oh, look at that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Raider 2.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And now running right through it. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, it's Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
There's Goff. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On first down, it's gone. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Going underneath for Crowell. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To the air again. Goff. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Goff and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff throwing again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Goff now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. That is caught at the 7. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again is Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's again to Crowell, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. K.D. Cannon, 97 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And all this is taken in one hand, and what a catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
17.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Merlin. Tiger. That's hot. Hardball.
Out of the gun, Goff. Airing it out for Hearns. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time. And it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
What? 120. Two. Tiger.
Again, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now he bowls him over. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys... on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Super one, super one.
They begin with a run by Corral. And he'll this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Orange.
Again, it's Crowell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Super 66.
They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. On the keeper, here's Goff. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
2. 80. 11. Horizontal. 2 up. Super 1.
Crowell. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
We're good.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Goff. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
694.
Shotgun now for Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 56 there.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The pitch to Crowell. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
12. Hey, 5. 12, 12.
From the gun, here's Gone. And he's got it to Hearns. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Louis.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now here come the Raiders. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew.